Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions in only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right away, they'll change the look. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, Pollard again. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work. And at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Go 14.
On second down, Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
35. Run left.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The kick by Maher is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. We're going to 54. 26.
Prescott on first down. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. 26.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the Broncos' 13-yard line. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 47. Under. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Pollard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now Wilson on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. Touchdown Broncos. Tim Patrick, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Switch, hey, everybody, kill. Hey, kill. What do you think?
Prescott down. And he fires one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
Hamler now on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Holding offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
Still second
And
down.
let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
0. 12. Spin.
To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date my...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Got it.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set them up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
So we've reached the end. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
For the Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Let's look double count right here. Double, reload. Start.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side.
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Cooks motions to the left.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll hand it off now. Williams powers through him.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
47. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
47. 26.
Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Here we go, 46, 46, 47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. 26.
Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
36 power.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Loose inside the 30.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
Back now in Arlington. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right.
Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth.
47.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Touchdown scamper.
And the Cowboys use the short field to get in for 6. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They're going to be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
We're going to 53. Go, get out there, get out there. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. Here we go, 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Wilson to throw. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 47. Switch, hey. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54, wide 26.
Prescott drops this underneath for Pollard.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Here we go, 46.
It's now 2nd
Here we
and
go,
6.
54, go, hey,
At the
47.
24-yard line.
26.
Now Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go,
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. To throw, Prescott.
They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
We're going to 53. Gun.
Now Dak.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Got it. Good play. 14.
Here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Here's 1st down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
Down to about the 37.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Moore. This a long one from 54. This one, that is no good, well outside the left upright, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now here come the Cowboys. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play. But if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Here we go, 47. 26.
On play action, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46, 47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 50. Hey, 47. Here we go, 47. Under. There we go, going to 53. 26.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
3rd down.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. 47. Go. Get out there. Here we go, kill.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Now he's free to midfield.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself in position and let your kicker have at it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, 0.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And the Cowboys pressure gets them this time for the sack.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Hey, 47. Switch. Switch. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and that would open the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The partner, it's kind of like a hot potato right now. Who wants this thing? Both teams have had multiple possessions here in overtime, and neither able to pull away with a victory.
And I think both head coaches are scratching their heads trying to figure out what strategy is it going to take to give us a chance to win this thing, because rarely do we see a game get this deep into overtime. And by the way, partner, your plane just pulled away from the gate. You're not going to get home tonight.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Go 14. Friday. It's good, cut.
Throwing is Wilson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Bang out. There. 14, got it. Hey, alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 51-yard attempt.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Easy. EQ.
Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
In motion goes the tight end.
Let's go. Hey, 551.
Back to throw. Fields. Completion here to Claypool. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
West right sit. Extend. Hey, can.
Fields throwing again. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The kick by Maher is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Here we go, son. Hey, can't. Justin.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hey, can't.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion comes the tight end left.
No mind. Hey, no mind. Monday. Yep. Press. Watch right. 11. All right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Easy. EQ. Hey, can. Right.
Throwing again is Fields. That is caught by Herbert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 66 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chicago offense set to get started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
You got a mini base. Why not? Hey, Jared. Go.
Fields on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Moore, the motion man right.
West side, sit. Extend. Hey, Ken. Delta. Chip slant. Right.
To throw is Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
Can't. No mud. Behind.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
Taken in at the 22. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Touch 50.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, zero, left half. You guys listen.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Yep. Much right. Right.
Here's Fields.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced. Touchdown.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Here we go. 11. Hey, can. Alpha. Is that all right?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Easy.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
What? Left pass, left pass. Zebra. Screen in.
They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On first down, right back to Herbert.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Front left, front left. Hey, hey. Spot that, 36 power. Alert, 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 alert. Start.
On second down, Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Gtowncapp. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Go, 14. Check. Front left, front left.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Jones. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's go, baby.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Fields.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. Look at the big man rumble.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now.
Personal
this is going to be a
foul.
roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
kickoff.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Fields.
That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Unnecessary roughness. Defensive.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Matter. Tonight.
Off play action, Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
551. You got a mini bases. Right?
Now it's Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing.
And that's caught inside the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Fields.
Dancing to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
One strike. Angel. Say hi.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool from 17 yards out.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will cut this lead down to 13. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
from the 43. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Alert.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
So now Fields and the Bears
down by 13, 2:23 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores.
Hey, Ken.
on 1st down. It's Fields.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10.
No mas. Hey, never mind. Monday. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go. Johnson. Test. Lunch right. 11. All right.
Back to the air. Fields on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Alpha.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Maher able to put this one through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing in this one now. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Let's go, baby. Keep our boys. Easy, 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 easy. Here we go. Good. EQ. Tonight.
Fields on first down. Able to find Kmet. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
Don't jump. Ready?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this. One play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll come up now on second down.
Out, let's go. Hey, Clark, you got a mini base. Hey, Ken.
To throw is Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Go.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Chips left. Bunch right.
Fields now to throw. Man open, here's Jones. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Ken. No mas. Hey, never mind, Monday.
Here's Fields. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.
as this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a rematch from Super Bowl 24. It's the Broncos and the 49ers on Thursday Night Prime.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams.
It's a gain of 35. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
I'll go special! I'll go special!
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the
37-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
14.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
They just couldn't hang on to the slam. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 26.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Purdy with it on third and long.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
He'll get it inside the 20. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On second down, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the Broncos' 46-yard line.
Roll! 79 Broncos!
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Purdy looking to throw.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean,
Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion right, Debo.
On the ball. Check go.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. Down the right sideline, into space at the 45. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
90 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Again, it's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have regained the lead.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
He throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Samuel going to go in motion right.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
Let's go now, let's go. Good. Go, 14. Friday. There. Start.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Holding, offense.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
14, got it.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Back deep, Ray McCloud.
Take it at the 37. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the 3rd quarter,
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
19, 60, Bobcat, 18, Pioneer.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And Jennings will go in motion right. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Go street. Buffalo 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Warrior 70. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Now look out.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. In motion, the tight end. Here's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The kick by Maher is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 20.
Ayuk goes in motion. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one caught by Kittle. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. A give running left. It's McCaffrey.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Purdy now to throw.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Purdy. This caught by Latu, the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
It's fourth down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Check, Tomcat, check, Tomcat. Panther Street, Panther Street. Ready?
Here we go with McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the fourth down stop has them in the driver's seat. Now we'll see if they can put points on the board to strengthen this slim lead. At the very least, they'd love to march this football out of their own territory and chew up some fourth quarter clock. 108 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
14.
The busy night continues for Williams. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
14, buddy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll send Judy in motion left. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
So Purdy and the Niners
down 13-10. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Chap 60. Chap 60. Chap, check. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob 18. Pioneer.
Here's Purdy.
Flushed out right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Purdy to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 3rd down.
Ready up.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Cup 19. Mustang 19. Hey. 70 Ranger. 19 tight. Chap 60. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Throwing, Purdy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
12. Hey, alert. 19.
Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Touch 50.
Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lions. Hey, smash.
To throw is Purdy. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18. At the 13.
Purdy to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Big strides. Look at him go. George Kittle off to the races. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Purdy with one final shot here. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.